Movie Guys Best of Sketches 2015.
Attention! The movie guys love movies. Any jokes about how the new thriller No Escape should carry the title Lee Daniels' No Escape? Any comments about anything having to do with something besides Star Wars is probably going to be ignored. Any comments about our plans to clone Ted Knight and Rodney Dangerfield so we can create our own theme park? Any jokes about who better damn well close out the next Oscar broadcast in memoriam segment are purely for entertainment purposes only. Isn't that right, Uggy the dog? Isn't that right, Charles in Charge? Isn't that right, Imogene Poots? Any comments about how Wonder Woman and the Incredible Hulk will be presented this evening?
Because of the following special program, Wonder Woman and the Incredible Hulk will not be presented this evening.
The Fat Jew isn't the only big news out of Hollywood. There's always movie news. There's too much sometimes, if you ask me. But one big thing to come out of Disney's Fan Fest D23 in Anaheim is that Disneyland in California and Disney World in Florida are both adding Star Wars-themed lands to their parks.
Wow. For real?
Well, about a month ago,
Wow.
Disneyland bought a whole bunch of land around their park, and people went, "Wonder what's coming," and then they announced it. So,
What do they say?
A new log ride, I assume.
Really long one.
well, we'll assume no longer because the press releases have come out. And we have the Hollywood reporters that lay out all the details. You guys have your Hollywood reporter?
Sure.
The most current edition?
I believe I got the latest one here. Look at this, though. There is a story about Star Wars.
Yeah, Bart,
Oh, let me hear about that.
Give us a read on what it says.
Well, it looks like they've outlined a few of the rides and what's a little press release
this
here.
looks pretty good.
Oh, it's called Lando's Lounge in Landoland.
Oh, Landoland.
Now, it says here, this park is quite literally for children of all ages. After they drop the kids off at the Hoth Water Park, Mom and Dad can head on over to Lando's Lounge, where they'll be wrapped in a world of crushed velvet. The price of admission includes a complimentary cape to wear while dancing the night away, doing the Calrissian hustle under the smoke machines of Cloud City. Oh, but don't get too comfortable, though, folks. Things are sure to end abruptly when the boyfriend and or girlfriend of your special someone reveals that they've been lurking in the shadows the whole time. You'll be swept off your feet, literally, and taken away and frozen in a vat of Colt 45. That's Lando's Lounge. It works every time. I want to go.
Sounds lovely.
You know, Cloud City's got to be a great place to party because that is just one big fog machine.
That's right. Yeah.
That is a fog machine of a city.
I love we have such a drought here. Hoth is now a water park.
That's one hard water park.
Hey, you can also visit the Lucasfilm Licensing Factory.
Oh, I've always wanted to do that.
A 360-degree full sensory 3D ride through the mind of George Lucas.
Oh,
wow.
You'll ride the rails of thought as an idea strikes, sending you down the neural pathways of one of America's favorite idea getters. You'll patent and license the idea, then experience one of 5 endings, reboots, re-releases, renames, and or rebrands.
Those are some good ideas.
Yeah. The ride never ends. Really.
Cool.
It just goes around
Lots of twists
and around.
and
Then it gets re-released. The whole
Yeah.
ride gets re-released. It's just
Over and over
Most
again.
end in a gift shop. His ride ends at the beginning of the ride again.
Oh, and now this is I think where I would go is the
What is it?
Oh, I see this. The next one here.
The clone brothel where you can clone or kill it. Doesn't matter. It's not even a person. Look at this. For a premium add-on to your regular park ticket, you will legally be allowed to do whatever you want to another human being without consequences. I mean, they're just going to crush him at the end of the night, so, you know, you might as well try for the butthole.
That's horrible.
I just made it.
Wow,
Almost made it.
I
That
thought
was amazing.
Lando's Lounge was risque.
That's pretty
Wow.
You know, you bring up a good point, though. It is just a clone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can do whatever you want with it.
You can do whatever
At
you
the
want.
clone brothel. I'm excited about that.
I would probably
At
want
least the concept art. I'm excited about the concept art.
4
All the-
e-tickets.
All Struzan and McQuarrie stuff.
I would like my clone to like drive the car for me, but whatever.
Yeah.
Then there's the maybe Star Trek land. I don't know. For those who really can't tell the difference between any of these things, it's a good place for Grandpa to stay while the kids are having fun in the park. So a guy, right? He comes to your table and there's a Jawa, I don't even know, maybe a Gordon. I have something, Goron. Anyway, whatever. On the menu, he comes to your table. So on the menu, which looks kind of like the Enterprise, or maybe it's some sort of plane starfighter thing. But the point is, there are themed drinks so that Grandpa can take some time away from the park and enjoy the, that guy from the day the Earth, come on, Bart, help me. The day the Earth stood still.
That guy.
All right, that's the bit. The bit is over.
What? I I'm just saying.
That sounds like something Grandpa Caius would enjoy.
I think he would, actually.
Nick Nolte's back. Karen said he looks like Uncle Jesse in this one.
He does.
Oh, Uncle Jesse.
Yeah.
But with Nick Nolte showing up in A Walk Among the Tombstones.
That's a Walk in the Woods.
Walk in the Woods. Thanks, Adam. This gives us another chance to play What's Nick Nolte Saying?
Yay!
It's the What the Hell's Nick Nolte Saying?
New theme.
That was the theme? All
New
right.
theme.
Amazing.
All right, let's see. Here's the fun part about this game. It's
Okay.
non-competitive.
Oh, good.
So you're not trying to outguess your partner as to what Nick Nolte is saying. You're really just trying to figure out what the he's trying to say.
That's it.
And if you can work together to try and figure it out, okay? In the following
Maybe I'm gonna write
scenes.
something down, and that'll help.
Here's that scene again in the walk from what we were just talking
Yeah.
about.
In case
I
I
think
get
it is-
words.
Walk in the
All
Woods.
right, ready?
Okay, good.
Kathy seems great, but one woman all these years, that can't be good for you.
Oh my God.
All right, I've got a couple.
Because
I got a
I've-
couple words.
I've-
Seems and great.
It ends with, that can't be good
That
for
can't be
you.
good for you. I
Okay.
caught
Okay.
that. Please,
Something-
again.
Kathy seems great, but one woman all these years,
I got
that
it.
can't be good for you.
I got it. That just shows you have to see the movie 3 times. But something,
This is the best round ever.
one woman all these years.
Kathy seems great.
Kathy seems great.
One woman all these years,
Oh.
but that can't be good
But
for
I
you.
have
There
to
you go.
get my hair cut.
But-
Is that what he said?
we might be off here.
Wow. That's kind of amazing.
It just makes me want to do that.
Right? Just clear your throat.
Here he is in a Gangster Squad. Remember that came out last year?
We're losing Los Angeles to an Eastern crook.
We're losing Los Angeles.
To an Eastern crook?
Perhaps.
Oh, I have Croy, like
See, from-
Croix, like the city.
To the Easter Bunny.
Losing the Easter
We're
Bunny.
losing Los Angeles to
No.
to a guy from
You really-
Azusa or something from the east, right?
You really do have to see.
Losing Los Angeles
Las Vegas.
Eastern crook.
An Eastern
Oh, okay.
crook.
Eastern crook. That's like the most vague description.
Well,
Look, we don't want to offend any group or ethnicity or nationality.
Eastern.
It's just
Could be
Eastern.
bad guy.
It could be.
Pasadena.
Rancho Cucamonga.
All right, here he is in Blue Chips.
Oh, I'm ready.
Remember with
All
Shaq O'Neal many moons ago?
You cannot win half-assed. How do we win this ball game? Let's go!
Okay, it was pretty coherent.
That one's pretty
You
coherent.
cannot
Yeah.
win Jackass
This ball game.
No, you can't win half-assed.
Oh, half-assed.
Then something ball game.
ball game.
I want to hear more from A Walk in the Woods.
You cannot win half-assed. How do we win this ball game?
I think
Let's go!
we first heard this. Karen said he throws a trash can in the middle of it, but we weren't sure. That might have just been him still talking, right? I think it was your comment on it last time.
Yeah.
Blue Chips. That's a good reference, by the way. If you just are like, yeah, kick back and watch Blue Chips.
Yeah, I'm in a Ron Shelton mood.
I'm gonna run.
And Blaze isn't on Netflix. I'm gonna watch Blue Chips.
There's a reference.
Here he's nominated for an Oscar for this.
To prove that Lila Wingo would... This is show why Savannah could never trust me.
What?
I don't know. He got too growly in that
Wait a
one.
minute. That sounds like that movie.
Something with Lila Wingo. That's Prince
Tay
of
on the
Tides.
wind.
Yeah, it's that movie. That sounds like the one with Liam Neeson in it.
It's Nick Nolte as Nell.
As Nell.
Prove that Lila Wingo. This is show why Savannah.
Touch your eyes.
And he was in Parker. Remember Parker?
Oh, yeah, Bart Dillon.
Speaking of Jason Statham.
Don't start anything. He's got connections.
You know what? When we did 9 to 5, I learned all my lines the best I could, and it's hard. You have a lot of lines. I should just start
How many times
when
did
I
you-
don't know what I'm supposed to say.
How many times did they have to do a second take and just delicately suggest that, well, okay, Nick, can you bring a little more energy? When really what they were saying is we can't understand the damn thing you're saying.
Yeah, enunciate is what they
Yeah.
wanted to say.
Yeah, it's funny. We played this game before. I watched the trailer and I was like, well, I actually kind of understand everything he's saying, but you have to see him.
Yeah.
In order,
That's
yeah,
the
when-
trick. Good thing film worked out for him because he's not a radio guy.
That's a good thing film worked out.
There was a game on the...
Think of all the harm they've done
Oh, that's
to you, to me, to humanity.
Wow, I know what he said, but it was really hard. Think of all the harm you've done to you, to me, and humanity.
to humanity?
Yeah,
Humanity.
good. Nailed it, honey.
Man, that's like that.
That's Hulk.
Yeah.
Wow, but it's hard. You have to
What a
really
weird ending.
follow the rhythm.
Oh, and hey, just for
Crazy.
fun,
What?
here they are all at the same time.
You cannot win half-assed. How do we win this ball game? Let's go! To you, to me, to humanity.
You know,
Not every different soul.
he just sounds like our dog, Paul. You sound like Dr. Marvin being pissed.
All right.
It's the What the Hell's Nick Nolte Say Anything!
All right, it was with every round of What's Nick Nolte Saying, we all win. Here's what else Blumhouse loves to do. Remember, they do the creepy songs. This isn't Blumhouse. This is from Brick Mansions.
But they do this.
Stand By Me at 2.
Detective.
Right, so the Brick Mansions creeped out to that. But Insidious took, remember Tiptoe to the Tulips?
Yes!
Through the tulips.
As if that could be. Yeah. Oh, thank God everything's fine.
And so the gallows, not to be outdone.
Every door's locked. I'm getting us out of here. Hey, Charlie!
Don't say his name.
Don't say his name. Charlie, Charlie, Charlie.
You shouldn't say that name.
Taking the already creepy Smells Like Teen Spirit.
Yeah.
I guess perhaps because it's a high school type-ish song.
Yeah, I think so.
But they had to take a song and make it creepy.
And?
Kind of their thing.
And? Hate to tell you, it's an old song. It's this old song that you can play.
I don't like that.
Juarez, Mexico isn't portrayed in the kindest light in this movie, and it reminds me of something I always say on this show. Thanks, Hollywood. Looks like I'll never be going there. And Sicario and Traffic and the horrible atrocities of Apocalypto, to say nothing else. Have me sing, goodbye, Mexico. See you in the next life. Thanks, Hollywood. Not visiting it. So appreciated movies. You've turned me off of going there. So let's recap all the places we have to be thankful to Hollywood for keeping me away from.
Ah, yes. Sure. Blood Diamond.
Oh, thanks, Hollywood. Never going to Sierra Leone.
How about Captain Phillips?
Thanks, Hollywood. Never going to Somalia.
No. Babel.
Thanks, Hollywood. Never going to Morocco. You know, in fact, Hotel Rwanda, Black Hawk Down, and The Last King of Scotland. Thank you. I'll just never be going to Africa. Not to mention District 9 and The Mummy.
How about A Mighty Heart?
Thanks, Hollywood. Never going to Pakistan.
I didn't know that. Behind Enemy Lines.
Thank you, Hollywood. Never going to Bosnia.
Nope.
I had big plans, man.
Wait a minute. How about The Hurt Locker?
Okay, not that I need Hollywood's help to avoid the Middle East, but thanks, Hollywood. The Green Zone, Rules of Engagement, Body of Lies, The Kingdom, Syriana, and countless documentaries. I'm out.
God, you're running out of places to go. What about Peru?
I will never go to Peru. Thanks a lot, Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Not that you represent Peru as being a horrible place, you're just a horrible movie. So there you go.
Yeah, that is too bad, because I think that Peru's beautiful from what I hear, but we'll never go there.
Yeah, you got your
Peru, that's
Pachico, Machu Chico thing.
Fitzcarraldo. I'll go there because of Fitzcarraldo.
Oh, yeah, well, I went to all over Rome because of Angels and Demons.
Yeah.
As soon as I got to Rome, I'm like, where'd they do all the Dan Brown stuff?
I can't wait for our next vacation. I want to go to Europe and go to England just so I can go to those little towns and find Bridget Jones's friends. I want to go to all the little towns.
You want to make friends with those
her friends. Yeah, and just ride around and be obnoxious.
And of course, this is a bit. We are not slamming all of these.
No,
countries.
I really want to go and be her friend.
Well, no, the good stuff we stand by.
Okay.
But probably a lot of those places.
Oh, right? I'm not going to them, but it's just a bit. Yeah. All right.
No, they make the little car. And Mexico, I'm never going to Mexico, even the frat parts of it. Like a friend of mine was just like, oh, we'll just hop over the border. I guess there's nice bars and stuff right over the border. You know, they're not going to. No, not even. Yeah. See, I was just like, no, I'm not even doing that. I ain't even. They got no from what I heard, they got no constitution over there. I ain't doing it.
You're just a guy who looks like you could be held for ransom, and that's just not what you want, really. I don't think they want to hurt you. They just want to hold you for ransom and then
that's it.
Get money.
We've been to the cruise ports. Cabo's really nice. Yep.
Cabo?
Yeah, go to Cabo.
Cozumel's nice because they have the Tulum pyramids. And there's
do they still put the word Mexico after those two words? I mean, I don't know. Those just seem like, you know.
We went to one place called, I think it was called Costa Mesa, which I know is a town here as well. But you go there on your cruise ship, and you get out, and they've built a whole sort of village of touristy fun.
Yeah.
There is a whole straw market for shopping. There's some restaurants and bars, and there's a couple of huge pools.
And they named it Not Mexico.
Well, then there's a giant fence around the whole thing with armed guards.
Oh, my God.
And dogs.
Keeping you from going out the doors because who the hell knows what's out there. But in here, enjoy your sanctuary.
It's gorgeous, but at the same time, you just feel bad because you're like, what's on the other side of that wall? Poor people.
And now, thank you, Hollywood. We know. Loyal listeners may remember the Boobé Sisters from a few Christmases ago, where they graced us with some songs of the season like this.
Tom Hanks is
is Walt Disney. He's a fan of Jim Jimmery. With Walt, there's no stopping. Gotta have Mary Poppins saving Mr. Banks in Disneyland.
How else would we know about Saving Mr. Banks without the Boobés?
Well, that was released at Christmas, so you know.
I
that's
remember
how
singing that carol with my family when I was a kid. That's brings back.
Like how they made a movie that came out at Christmas to use that.
They're back for our anniversary show. So actually, let me just meet the girls real quick.
Hi there.
Girls.
Hi guys. My name is Kay Boobé, and I love the movie guys.
Oh, excellent.
Oh, that's good.
Hi, I'm Faye
Weird.
Boubet, and
Oh wait, get right in on that mic there.
Hi, I'm Faye
Wait.
Boubet, and I love the movie guys.
Or I've
Those
lost
of
my
you
feed. Oh,
that
there it
are
is.
single.
Faye Boubet, you also love alliteration, I think.
That'd be
Yes.
me, Faye.
And who was our final?
I'm Renee Boubet, and I love drunk.
All right, well, there you go.
Classy.
Well, let's
I
not
love the
make with the
classy
conversation,
Boubet
then.
That's our Renee.
Sisters.
Let's taste the great harmonies that Boobés are known for. Okay, so go ahead and fire up a little song for us here at the top of the show. Hit it, ladies.
Can anybody find me somebody to love? Each morning I wake up, I die a little. Can barely stand on my feet. Take a look at yourself in the mirror and cry. Lord, what you doing? Yeah. I have spent all my years in believing you. I just can't get no relief. Lord, somebody, anybody find me?
Find me somebody to love.
Find me somebody to love. Find me somebody to love. Find me somebody to love. Find me somebody to love. Can anybody find me somebody to love?
Outstanding. The Boobé Sisters, everybody.
An in-house band.
Paul, if you're
Lovely.
taking guesses, I think I know the name of that song. Jailhouse Rock.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Yes. Thank you. Score one for me.
Queen.
Now wait a minute. This is now you're all sisters, but you have a different mothers. Okay, same dad.
All
Okay,
the
I see how it
same
works.
age.
Got it. All right. Well,
Yeah,
good to have you. They'll be chiming in now and then throughout the
makes
show.
sense. Makes perfect sense.
We also have different bra sizes.
Yeah, their stories line up.
We should look into this, Paul.
Again, Vimeo, if you want to figure out the bra sizes, you can check it out yourself.
Oh, as Bart was saying so poorly, we're trying to stay movie related here. So that was Queen's
this is a
"Somebody to
movie
Love."
podcast?
Oh.
Yeah, "Somebody to Love," as heard in Happy Feet and Ella Enchanted. You may remember that song from both of those movies, or if you're like me, it's the first time you heard that fact.
Oh, yeah.
Ladies, we're glad you're here. In our first movie of the new weekend of films, the movie guys run Bartertown. Adam, let's tell the people what to expect. Oh, hit it, Boobés.
Ooh!
We don't need another hero. We don't need to know the way home.
Right on.
All we want is life beyond Thunderdome.
I love that version.
Isn't that great?
That is the
Very good.
These girls have huge set lists. So we're never ones to skip an opportunity to play a dopey movie game, so let's do that before we send them off. All right? Here's the deal. The Boobé Sisters will lay a classic song on us, and you guys, Adam, Bart, Jeffrey, you're going to guess the film
do it.
that featured this song.
Okay.
Okay? So listen closely to the
Wait a minute.
Boobés.
Just
I'd love the
be
Mad
clear,
Max.
the film, not the song itself.
Correct.
Okay.
So you'll get the
Oh,
song,
okay.
what
Movie
movie
it
was
came
that
from.
song in,
Okay.
and that's it. So
All right.
here we go.
You must remember this. A kiss is still a kiss. A sigh is just a sigh. The fundamental things apply as time goes by.
So what movie was that from?
When Harry Met Sally?
No, Casablanca.
Oh,
Oh, I'm sorry. Were you
Bart just jumping in?
Well, you got it wrong.
Well, I think it's.
It goes to the next guy, right?
Is it When Harry Met Sally?
Oh, do we all vote?
I think that these all have probably double movies.
You're right. I think it was in that movie.
I'm pretty sure Harry Connick Jr. sings it.
Yeah, I mean,
it was not in the soundtrack.
I'm pretty sure they say "Play it again, Sam" and the right stuff.
So
but
the
yeah,
only one who didn't get it right was Adam. Okay, go on.
Okay, right, there we go.
Let's move on.
For sure.
I didn't vote.
Oh, here on as squares and time and find out what you wanna know. If it's love, if it really is, it's there in his skills.
Any thoughts, gentlemen? What's that from? I see a hand. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the Cher movie. The Pizza Pie, Nicolas Cage, Moonstruck.
No.
Nope.
She put the Cher on rather thick, though.
Yeah,
so you're right
Cher,
about that.
yeah, it's
Cher movie.
Something for Cher.
It is a Cher movie. It is a Cher movie.
I was hoping.
Was it Striptease?
Can I guess?
In your dreams.
Are we able to guess?
I don't know.
Frank
if
Oz?
They would know either way.
Christina Ricci, Bob Hoskins.
What?
Time's up.
What the hell?
Mermaids.
Mermaids.
Oh.
Haven't seen it.
Was not going to get that.
With Michael Schofling.
Jake Ryan
16 Candles?
was in that film as well, and the hottest man
On the planet.
on the planet. He now makes furniture
Yeah.
in, I think, Michigan.
Pennsylvania.
He works with his
Pennsylvania.
hands. Oh,
Doesn't he, though?
hot.
Oh.
Well, I don't know, but I'd like to find out.
Ditto.
All right, here's our next song.
Ting-a-ling-a-ling, and you'll sing Vita Bella. Hearts will play tippy-tippy-tay, tippy-tippy-tay, like the gay tarantella.
Lucky fella.
Bart?
Schulte gets the blues.
That's incorrect.
That's it.
Adam.
You win.
That Moonstruck?
Yeah, it was Moonstruck.
Yeah.
You were early on that one, Bart.
I knew that when I was letting other people guess correctly.
I got to play something that's more up my alley, like the love theme from The Punisher.
Do you do anything wordless?
Just make a bunch of explodey noises.
We do some songs topless, but no.
Very nice.
Check out Vimeo.
I would be wordless.
All right, here's another one.
I'm curious.
'Cause you're my shamalama baby. Ding dong. Hey, yeah, your brother. Oh, my, oh, 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 oh. Back into my smile child. Yeah, that is why. That is why. That is why. That is why. You want me shooby-dooby-doo.
Yeah.
It's got to be Grease.
Deep cut.
No.
It's not.
It's not Grease.
I know it. I feel like I know this.
You know this. I know you know it.
Hints.
I'll give you the band if you'd like.
Yeah.
Otis Day and the Nights.
Oh, Otis. Animal House.
He loves us.
He loves Otis. He loves us.
Wait till see. Otis
Would you
sees
mind
us.
if we dance with your dates?
All right, I've stopped keeping score, but Adam still doesn't have any right. Am I correct?
Yes.
I got that one.
All right.
We'd like to sing now a little song for you entitled Shamalama Ding Dong. So hit it.
Could you play Ballad for Ghost Rider or?
Here's another one.
Riders in the Sky.
I love you, baby. It's quite alright. I need you, baby. Don't want my lonely nights. I love you, baby. Trust in me when I say, oh, pretty baby, don't bring me down. I pray, oh, pretty baby. Now that I found you, stay and let me love you, baby. Let me love you.
Here's another one that might have a number of different films, but you got one there?
The
Mark?
most recent one.
Yeah.
That's Jersey Boys.
Is that where you were going, Jeff?
I don't know. It was that. It's also. I think it's also in that Julia Roberts movie.
Can't take my eyes off of you.
At that dinner scene, I think maybe when they're.
Which
it's
one?
a few years ago. I don't remember the name.
Runaway
of it.
Stepmom.
The Mexican?
Not Runaway Bride.
Eat, Pray, Love or
Stepmom.
something like that?
No.
My best friend's wedding?
Stepmom.
Possibly. I
Best
don't know.
Friends
One of
or
those
whatever.
things.
Pretty Woman?
Snow White?
Not Pretty.
I'm going to say Stepmom because I haven't seen it.
I'm going to say August, Osage County.
Stop or my mom will shoot?
Yes,
Stu Magnolias.
Was that what it was?
Ooh, let's guess as wrong as we can. That's kind of a fun game, too. Big Fat Liar.
Satisfaction?
Saving Mr. Banks.
Justin Bateman?
Green Valley.
The Green. Wait, did somebody say the Green Mile? 'Cause I think that was
The Mountains
that
of the
was it.
Moon?
Yeah.
Moon 44.
All right, here's another one.
Too many fish in the sea. Too many fish in the sea. I said there's short ones, tall ones, fine ones, hot ones. Too many fish in the sea.
I don't know.
Another deep
Stumped
cut.
on that one. Yeah.
This is a tough one because this isn't from the soundtrack of the movie. This is from more music from the soundtrack of the movie. So it's on the second soundtrack.
What?
Okay.
Fabulous Baker Boys?
No, fine guess, but no. I'll give you a hint.
idea.
It's on. It's also in this movie. I second that emotion. Heard it through the grapevine.
Daredevil. Oh, wait, no, I got it.
Poltergeist.
Tracks in my tears. Big chill. That is correct.
Chill.
I'm
Great
quite good at this.
soundtrack.
Has Barton got any right yet?
No. Well,
We got Casablanca.
as soon as you play Salisbury Hill, I know exactly where that one came.
Right.
Every trailer ever.
All right. Here's our big finale or
How
finally.
great is this? This is great. This is awesome.
Good.
We should have them in more often,
Yeah.
Paul.
Yeah.
They should be here all the time.
Why are
should
they
be your
here?
house band.
Are they themed this week? Is there something? Did I
Yeah.
miss the connection?
Who's got a guess? Jeffrey?
Ghost Rider.
Is it in Ghost Rider?
No, I know. Should be.
But I know what. But it
Spawn.
isn't.
Name all movies that
Spawn.
take place in hell.
It isn't a Marvel movie though, for sure. That one I get.
Oh, Iron Man.
Iron.
Two.
Jeffrey on the board. On the board with the last
I
one.
wanted to make sure we had a superhero in there somewhere.
Thank you.
Yeah, we
Thank
tried
you.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. I jumped
You
the gun
were
12
giving-
times thinking that would never happen. That there be. Why, how could you have a song that's in a superhero movie? But you're right. AC/DC is in Iron Man too.
And we hinted at the top of the show, but wouldn't Caddyshack World be great? Taking a tour through that, or Raiders of the Lost Park.
Actually, I think in Caddyshack World, you just carry Bill's bags around. That's all it is.
It's the virtual experience.
It literally is. You got to
Ed Woodland, you would go nuts there, right?
Sign me up.
Yes.
In fact, I'd go so far as to get missing DNA from anything necessary to open up the Movie Guy's Great Escape. That could be our park,
yeah.
right? Where we could create whole worlds of entertainment and imagination for our favorite things. That would be one hell of a tram ride. I wonder what that would be like.
Not as much as I wonder.
If only we had a sound effect. Oh.
I'm very curious.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard the Movie Guys Tram Tour. We here at Movie Guys Amusement Incorporated are excited to show you all the famous celebs and film moments we've cloned for your enjoyment. We probably shouldn't mess with nature like that, but the Movie Guys love movies. Says so at the top of the show. Have your 3D glasses with you and do not drop them over the side of the tram in the short amount of time you will have them. Please remain seated, and as ever, you may get wet.
Oh.
Here we
wait.
go.
Is that because he's going to be naked?
Why would I be wet?
BD Wong's naked. Coming up on your right is the romantic comedy section of the park. And if you look to your left, you'll see our When Harry Met Sally exhibit. There they are enjoying a meal together, trying to figure each other out. Oh, and you're in luck, because it just so happens to be mating season.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
Really, ladies and gentlemen, this is quite a rare occurrence because not many species will willingly mate with Billy Crystal. But remain seated while the ride is in motion. We shouldn't disturb the assets. Upon its release, When Harry Met Sally was one of the biggest blockbusting movies of all time. As a matter of fact, they...
Oh, God! Whoa! Dear Lord!
Oh, my God.
What's happening?
Dear Lord, my apologies, ladies and gentlemen. So sorry you had to witness that. Okay,
Look out!
cover up your
Oh, my
cameras
God.
so the blood
Poor
doesn't
Billy
affect
Crystal.
them. All right, we really didn't see that coming. I just didn't think a dinosaur would attack and eat two beloved romantic comedy characters like Harry Burns and Sally Albright. Well, let's roll along, shall we?
Now you have more birthed, right? You have more Billy Crystals birthed.
Oh, absolutely.
BD Wong has birthed them.
We control all of that. We have eggs with them in it. BD Wong put them together. Coming up on your left is Lebowski World.
Oh, right on.
You can hear them in their natural element.
Now that is just ridiculous, dude. No one's going to cut your out of 5 anymore.
Thank you, Walter. That makes me feel very secure. It makes me feel very warm inside. I could be sitting here with just pee stains.
Yes?
Can we feed them?
Oh, absolutely.
I'd like to feed the Walter.
You can feed them. You just feed them the White Russians we gave you at the top of the tour. Yeah, just hold them over the side, but watch your fingers and bring your arms and legs back inside the tram.
They're drinking.
They're
drinking.
You'll notice that the Coen brothers envisioned Los Angeles for the 1998 film. They were the ones who decided. Oh dear.
Look out!
Okay, keep
again.
Cover your cameras, or they might get destroyed by the blood.
Oh dear God!
Wow, I'd like to say I didn't see that coming, but the dinosaur did kill Donnie, and he was not long for this world. Nazi dinosaur. Let's get out of here and on to my favorite section of the park, Bill Murray Land.
Oh, there you go.
This is one of the very few sections of the park dedicated specifically to an individual actor. As we all know, Bill Murray is very aloof at times, and you just never know where or when he'll show up. But I think if you're really quiet and remain very still, we just might be able to coax Bill out into the open.
Ooh, if he sees
Ruth,
a shadow.
quiet. Ruth, stay still.
Yeah, everyone. No flash photography.
Oh, I think I see him.
Wait. Now, if you look to your right, over by the yellow barn, if you look, there he is, just sitting there singing Bob Dylan. There he is. This is a rare Bill Murray spot you usually don't get without a special phone number.
Oh, he's very
now
skittish.
Bill is not. Oh, wait. Oh, no! Oh, dear God, a velociraptor just eviscerated Bill Murray. Oh, Bill, talk to me. Do you have any regrets?
Garfield, maybe?
Oh, this is just awful. I'm so sorry, ladies and gentlemen. We certainly couldn't have anticipated a large predatory reptile eating one of America's most beloved and legendary comedic actors.
But wait a second, didn't a dinosaur just eat Billy Crystal?
Like I said, we couldn't have anticipated this at all. I do think, however, we're going to turn the tram around and head back to the station early.
Yes. A few people got killed.
It seems you can't open a theme park these days without dinosaurs mucking things up with a high body count.
No.
But don't let that dissuade you from future visits to the park. Just because there was violent, rapid death here doesn't mean you shouldn't come back 3 more times at least. You could get a pass and come back next year. And come back as many times as you'd like. And as they say at the movie, guys, if you I regret nothing!
Blood in my mouth.
No, I think that's exactly what it would be like.
Should we do that? Maybe
No.
it's not such a good idea.
Well, maybe without the dinosaurs.
Oh, you're about to go on with the show, Paul, but what's this?
Nuts. Haven't done this in a while.
No, we've been on a good run.
Been accurate.
You know what that music means?
Means we messed up.
Sarah may not, but
Actually, I'm sure we have some listeners who may not
I
understand.
apologize. For a lot
it
of
means
things, this feels right.
we have made an error. Every now and then it happens to the best of journalists, and we pride ourselves on our news-related integrity and dick jokes, but
related integrity.
It's important to admit when we've screwed up. So with that, we throw things over to Bart to guide us through this week's retractions.
Yes, Paul. And though the thoughts and views and opinions expressed by our guests of the Movie Guys Showcast do not necessarily reflect those of the Movie Guys themselves, we do take full responsibility for the information disseminated on this show. After all, we are, first and foremost, journalists. And then entertainers. Also, please know that we do not enjoy throwing our guests under the bus. Unfortunately, in order to address
What is happening?
You know, I don't like to.
In order to address this particular retraction, we do need to mention that our guest, Mary Beth Monroe, joined us with her husband, Andy Cobb, last year on the Showcast, and we talked about
the very talented both of them. Before you continue.
In their own right.
They're very talented.
Good people, salt of the earth.
Good guys,
this was
good golfers.
Obviously a mistake. When we were talking about other bands who were deserving of a Broadway musical and subsequent Clint Eastwood movie made about their lives.
Oh, like the Jersey Boys.
Much like the Jersey Boys. So what other bands should have that treatment? And in the context of that, Mary Beth was heard to say the following about the Soup Dragons.
Wait a minute, wait a minute.
So their one-hit wonder was someone else's hit?
Oh, that's the word.
That's so sad.
It hurts to hear it back.
Yeah, that's
and
awful.
Unfortunately, though, it has been over a year and a half since that episode. And let that be a lesson to you kids out there. Don't put your junk on the internet, because it's never going to go away. We recently, only recently, after a year and a half, received a viewer email informing us that the Soup Dragons were not at all a one-hit wonder.
Wait a minute, seriously?
Yeah, Carrie, I'm sorry, you weren't at that show.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, we had Mary
It was
Beth
just
and
me,
Andy
Bart,
Cobb,
Adam, and
but you
our
weren't
two
here.
guests. Yeah.
Who are the Soup Dragons?
Well, actually, I mean, how did you guys not know that the Soup Dragons had several top 40 hits here in the U.S., including I'm Free, Divine Thing, and Pleasure? And so clearly the Soup Dragons were a very successful band with many popular songs, both here in America and in the UK, all of which were actually enjoyed by you guys during your college days, if you think back, when you weren't high and drunk.
Karen, you were really on this.
I'm sure it's hard to believe that you did not know that. I wish I would have been here. It's crazy.
If only you were here.
Well, let me just say the sketch goofed more in the way that biopics follow a formula.
This is
and
true.
We were plugging other bands into that formula more than kidding with the bands we don't hear from much anymore.
Well, I want you to know that they had 8 top 20 hits in the UK alone.
Wow.
Which is why our apologies for inaccurately suggesting a lack of success on the Soup Dragons' part.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm glad we got that ugliness out of the way.
Well, I'm sorry, Paul, that ugliness actually did continue. And the next time it involved a member of the Movie Guys.
Wait, what?
You, Paul.
Paul?
In fact,
oh my,
were heard to say the following.
Hilarious.
We don't like your song, but we have a hit we think you guys could have if you were to cover the Stones. Oh, yeah. I'm Free, right?
Yes, this was a cover of a Stone song, and it was pointed out by our listener, Andy Cobb. And though it was not a very popular Stone song, so I, for one, would like to suggest that it wasn't until the Soup Dragons recorded it that this particular version gained such fame and notoriety.
No
all of
duh.
those things.
Absolutely, no duh. It charted in the top 20 in 6. Do you hear me, Bart? 6 countries.
Wow.
How are you guys unaware of this?
Karen is really on.
Did you look down when you walked around and not pay any attention to anything around you for like your entire college career?
Likely, yes.
Probably. Okay.
Now, look again.
Yes?
We were inaccurate in our representation of the Soup Dragons and their popularity. As such, an apology.
Wow.
Well, it
I
happens.
wish I'd been here. I would have set you guys straight.
We all make mistakes once.
Well, Paul, twice in your case. Yes, shortly after that comment, you went on to say...
And when they realize this is the only song they have...
Then the tough
It
times
gets
hit.
sad.
Soup
That's the sad.
Dragons.
Makes it sad.
Again, I don't want to point fingers, but again, Paul, clearly not the only song they have.
No.
And I think I can speak for you when I say that you were clearly caught up in the moment of our goofery and simply got carried away. You wanted to be included in the fun, and in an effort to ingratiate yourself and try to seem cool to the rest of us, you piled on unnecessarily.
Okay, sure. Yeah, but Bart, maybe this is just some crackpot fan that's a little too zealous in his support of the Soup Dragons. I mean, we really can't base our retractions on the feelings, opinions, and attitudes of a single, nameless, faceless, random viewer.
My thoughts at first, too, Paul, but upon further research, it turns out the individual who emailed us about this was actually Sean Dixon.
Yeah.
The lead singer of the Soup Dragons.
Lead singer, guys.
He also wrote a lot of their songs, too.
Wrote the songs that they charted with.
Gosh, you know what? On second thought, it wasn't the Soup Dragons that we meant to single out. They are clearly not one-hit wonders.
No.
Rather, the band we were thinking of was, of course, Ned's Atomic Dustbin. All right, that's enough.
Retraction.
All right, so we're sorry is the point.
Yes.
Right? All right.
I love how you hit the cue for another band I love. Ned's Atomic Dustbin, and it was not the song I was thinking of. So I know they have more than one hit.
So let me just go right now. Ned's Atomic Dustbin. Sorry.
Disney really is capitalizing on maximizing movie potential on all of their properties. It's getting a little strange. I mean, it's all laid out in the latest Hollywood Reporter. You guys have?
Oh, I
I
have the
do.
latest copy. Do you have the latest copy of the Hollywood Reporter?
Yeah, I do.
Because I happen to have
exactly the same copy.
the latest one.
I have the latest one that has The Impossible on it.
Here,
Yeah,
let me
my
read,
latest.
That's
let me
a
read-
good movie.
Let me read what Disney has here in development.
Oh,
Here's one based on the famous log flume ride called Flume.
Ooh! Exclamation point.
Disney has set up with Brad Bird returning to direct, so expect wonder, family fun, and Mission Impossible 4.
Oh.
Bruce Willis stars as a logger in the Pacific Northwest named Doug Flume. His idyllic woodsy family is going about their working class business when ISIS makes an all-out assault on America's logging infrastructure and puts his family in danger by releasing the logging company's entire stock of logs to the river, with his daughter and wife tied to a hollowed-out log headed for the falls. Can Bruce Willis save his family, or at least pretend to enjoy the log's splashy descent? And will he be able to get his wet underwear out of the crack of his ass for the rest of the day? Find out in Flume.
Doug Flume?
We've all
Meet
been there.
Imogene Poots. Imogene Poots? Doug Flume.
Flume. Poots.
Paul, I'm noticing in my most recent edition of the Hollywood Reporter, there's a report on a new Disney theme called Parker.
I have that too.
Oh, okay, right there.
Because I have the same Hollywood.
Oh, the same, same page, same edition. Disney has based this next ride on one of the few areas of the park yet to be put into construction, the parking lot, the ride, based on the epic and time-told tale of people trying to enter and exit Disney World. Parker features a divorced father played by Stellan Skarsgård and daughter played by Kristen Stewart, two people anyone would appreciate being trapped in a car for 2 hours with. Tensions rise when an everyday trip to Disneyland to help heal their relationship turns into a fight for survival, and they're collared further and further into a maze in which there is no escape. When all hope is lost and they are surrounded by the orange-jacketed zombie masses, the only thing that can save them is the tram! Robotic transportation device from the future, voiced by prop comic Gallagher.
Oh.
Why do drive-through ATMs have Braille on them? Find out in Parker.
Parker. Parker.
Wow, this is kind of exciting. I was just noticing on my Hollywood Reporter that Disney.
Oh, if you keep reading,
on
that page,
the next part, yeah.
Okay.
Disney is going to expand to suspense with the property they're developing rapidly for December release called That's Where They Get You. It's a horror film.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's where they get you.
That's where they get you.
Is this the Robert Townsend I'm going to get you sucker sequel? That's where they get you.
That's where they get you. Based on all the food and souvenir shops at the various Disney theme parks, That's Where They Get You presents the harrowing tale of a middle-class family trying to stay within their budget after they are lured into a sinister portal of the damned by AAA discount tickets. The events that unfold and That's Where They Get You tear the family apart with $12 hot dogs and an $8 bottle of water. In a world where everyone's out to get you, the family is tricked into poverty by an $18 fish and chips dinner, made more palatable by that being named after the Little Mermaid. No audience will ever forget the incredible assault of $15 light-up necklaces and pictures with corporate cartoon mascots. You can run and you can hide, but you can't escape. They'll get you.
All right, there you go. That's what's coming up.
Who knew?
I thought it was just going to be more, Frozen stuff, but no.
No, They'll Get You's coming.
They've got all new original material being planned over at Disney. You wanted original? You got it.
I got
You got
original.
Tomorrowland and whatever the hell that was.
You know, that's good, though, because I think All Rides End in the Gift Shop is going to be the next ride. That'll be a sequel to They're Gonna Get You.
Let's tell people what it's about who may not have seen the trailer, okay? Because anyone who's tuned into our show knows that we're not just here to entertain, but we also provide a public service.
First and foremost, journalists.
Is that right?
Then entertainers.
Then casually referring to Fast and Furious socially.
And then hairdressers. Okay.
CPR
and then
specialists.
mathematicians. And it's also why every month here we do a segment called Trailers for the Blind. So this is for you. Phone call at home.
Explosion.
Ooh, now a close-up on a poster of the bad guy.
Okay, cars are zooming by.
More explosions.
Oh, people jumping onto a hijacked vehicle.
Oh, we're gonna get you out of here.
No, car crash. Bus over a cliff.
Explosion.
Plot.
More cars.
Hot women. Machine guns shooting out of the side of a bus.
Nearly naked woman waving a flag.
Okay, now people are walking slowly down a series of steps.
Explosion.
Plot.
Load a gun.
Load a gun.
Load a gun.
Load a gun.
Cars parachuting out of an airplane.
In super slow motion.
Vin Diesel solo.
crash.
Ooh, oh, window crash.
Cars crashing through window crash.
You don't mess with The Rock. He doesn't call himself that anymore. Oh, explosion.
Plot?
Well, I guess you'll just have to see it.
Yeah.
That looks awesome.
It sounds amazing.
It sounds great.
Warner Brothers, owners of DC Comics, whose Batman vs. Superman won't be out for a year, not to be outdone, flexed their competitive muscle by premiering a brand new press release.
Whoa.
Such is their way. Not only that, they held their very own Apple and Marvel-style press conference to announce their upcoming schedule. Let's go to that now. Let's hear a little excerpt from them. Let me just play it here on the old machine. Okay, go.
All right, everyone, thank you all for coming. Even though the Avengers is everything everybody's talking about, we wanted to let you know that over the next couple years, you have as much to expect from DC Comics and Warner Brothers Studios as you do from Marvel Studios.
Yeah,
So-
but why are you here today?
Okay, well, today we're revealing, very proudly, something just as exciting as the Avengers, like us. So this right here is the picture of one of our movies. It's Suicide Squad. Here you go. It's a picture of Suicide Squad. Now, that'll be out next August. That's right. There's only one Christmas left before Suicide Squad. So does anybody else have anything else?
Excuse me, is that it? That's the announcement?
Oh, no. That's not the only exciting press release you can expect from DC Comics and Warner Brothers. No. We've got a whole lot more.
Well, Ant-Man's coming out in 2 months.
Yes. Oh, okay. So Marvel does have another whole movie coming out in 2 months, but this coming June, yes, you're going to read a lot about Marvel Studios Ant-Man, but I am here to tell you that Warner Brothers has something spectacular planned for the exact same week.
Ooh.
Oh, all right, good.
Warner Brothers and DC Comics will be revealing to the public for the very first time a picture of Jimmy Olsen.
Okay, I have a follow-up question.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Now, I'm sure you can imagine seeing something like that. You know, I mean, you got to imagine it'll make you feel the thrill of adventure that comes from DC Comics. Can't you imagine that?
I just wanted to say, I think Marvel's teasers are very cool. These are lame.
I know some people think it's cool. Yes, they have they put the scenes in the credits, Marvel Studios, but I think that they're artificially hyping their audience by including a scene at the end of all the other movies that pre-advertises their movie that's coming out soon. I'm like a living that, so I'm here.
Okay, let's get down to it. Do you have any other movies coming out?
Sure.
Okay.
Absolutely. We have, of course, we have whole movies coming out, not just pictures. And so you might remember that Marvel announced a year ago that the third Avengers movie, the sequel to the movie that just came out and made all the money, will be split into 2 movies, Infinity Wars Part 1 and 2. Well, I am here to show you something extremely exciting. Under this velour cloth, I have the PR arm of DC Comics and Warner Brothers' newest press release. Do you want to see it?
Yes.
Yeah, whatever.
See it.
Here it is.
Great.
Us 2. Well, by that I mean another comic book company also got the idea to make 2 sequels to Batman vs. Superman, which comes out in a year and a month.
Yeah, that's like 12 Marvel movies from now.
Okay, 2 movies, maybe.
After Marvel...
We're making 2 movies.
No, excuse me. Just want to get this right. Marvel announced doing the same thing.
Yeah, but we're making 2 movies.
They said
so
it
we're making... Yeah, I mean, but ours has Batman and Superman. So, that's the 2 things we make that you like. I mean, and we've got an Instagram of Aquaman's Trident is currently slated for release on November 20th. That's about the same time the first picture of Iron Man and Captain America in Civil War.
Yeah, but then Civil War comes out, and you moved your movie, so it's even going to come out after that. Listen.
I want to tell you that I really enjoyed the hors d'oeuvres.
Okay, I have a question. What company?
Have you tried the box of wine? We've got a box of wine here. I mean, we're trying to appeal to you
Can
people.
I keep the centerpiece?
Okay, but what company combines properties like that out of desperation?
Look, this is a grand tradition. This is when you're a vibrant company, you combine things like Frankenstein versus Dracula, or Freddy versus Jason, or Alien versus Predator. We're just like that. You know, it's fresh and vibrant and not a retread in any way.
Do you validate parking?
All right, get the hell out of here.
Actually,
All right, there's the guy from... Here, let me show you how easy it is.
Old person.
Wait, let me show you how
All
easy it is.
right, okay.
Because we listen to trailers all the time, right?
no,
And we pull sounds from trailers.
Oh, good. Did you put them together?
Well, I'm going to do it now. I'm not going to do it beforehand and play my MP3. Because what happens is you can't film these DJs from behind. I specifically get told with my camera not to do that. because it would just prove that they're not doing anything. You can just say, here's an MP3 for you. I'll be over here sitting down. Enjoy yourselves. Have a nice night. But, you know, the whole turning the knobs. Anyway, I'm a yet, right? Is that what you said? I'll own that.
Somebody hates this.
All right, here we go.
Are you doing this right now?
Yeah, I'm gonna use sound effects from trailers, the ones we know and love.
Okay.
They're all in the Hall of
The
Bwong.
ones we talk, Hall
right?
of Bwong? Good. I'm assuming Bwong's going to show up.
Well, here we go. This is
and a
I'm
quote
doing
from
this
Ed
live.
Wood.
All right, I'm gonna play some.
So what do you call this?
from-
The bed? This part here?
This from Ouija.
Okay.
Okay.
That was good.
And you know this one from Transformers, right?
That's awesome.
Oh, I feel like
Do you
something's
have
gonna
Godzilla?
happen.
Oh, a little laser.
I like how you have to bounce. Is that Godzilla?
Oh, that's just Dinobots running wild.
Oh.
Which you got to do every 2 minutes.
Well, that's the build-up.
Oh, that
You have the
was
one
a
with
good
the fart? You have the one from Oculus?
All right.
That's awesome.
Why aren't DJs funnier? Because this could be really funny. You could like sample in funny sounds and stuff.
DJ Wong.
Do they sample in fart noises?
See, you're enjoying this, Paul, right?
Yeah, you're smiling and
Yeah.
bouncing.
Doing something.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
that's true. You are trying to hit the beat and stuff.
Oh, music. That's disco, right?
So anyway,
That's what you sound like. That's what you sound like. Oh, I've heard music. It's disco, right?
Let me just wrap
so
this up.
old and grumpy.
What you saw there, you want 2 hours of that? We are your friends. There you go.
Okay.
If we've seen the meme that's making the rounds of the internet, you can now add straight outta to anything. Have you seen
Yeah,
these
like
memes?
straight out of the Admirals Club.
Straight out of Burbank. That you could do that for
Oh,
the
yeah.
movie guys, right? People have done memes like a picture of Donald Trump and it says straight out of manners,
Ha.
right? And so with that, we'd like to play the straight outta game show. Now Bart and Karen are here to compete against each other.
I'm ready.
Here's the deal. I'll name a movie or celebrity, and you give us the straight outta nickname for that film or celebrity.
Okay.
For example, Gandhi would be straight out of New Delhi. Got it. You got it?
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
So let's get to it. Karen,
Okay.
Pixels.
Straight out of Quarters.
That's
Yay!
correct. All right. Bart, here's another one for you. Sophie's Choice.
Straight out of Options.
Hey, that is correct. Karen? Mel Gibson.
Straight out of Sanity.
That is correct. All right. You're both doing very well.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right.
As the bell would indicate.
Bart. Adam Sandler.
This is easy. Straight out of humor.
Yeah, that is true. You're right. Karen, any Nicolas Cage movie in the last 5 years?
Straight out of Debt.
He's trying. He's trying. Yeah, he's got a big hole to climb out of. Bart, Magic Mike XXL.
Oh, when I saw it, I was straight out of Boners.
That's true. Well, thank God for you.
Yes.
And Karen, Christian Bale.
Straight out of Patience.
Oh, good for you. Kick your ass. But no. I want you off the set. You don't me up.
You add a beat to that, and that's NWA.
Doing for 1 second.
Exactly.
Right?
I heard that song on their first album.
All right, well, that's it, actually. It looks like no one got a wrong answer. So we're straight out of ideas. And that's the end of the bit. There you go.
I feel like a winner.
Bart, you know how much I love it when celebrities sing.
This is true. People are always asking me, Nick, can you tell me 2 interesting things about Karen? And I say, absolutely. When she wants to go out and not be recognized, she'll wear a blonde wig, but not on her head. She will drink her own pee as long as it's chunky. She is the queen of meerkat. She likes to go down in the park on the weekends and play a mime, a French mime by the name of Wee Wee. Her life is a movie, and she is the star.
That's right.
This is her last show, April Fools. And secondly,
Yes.
she loves when celebrities sing.
I do love when celebrities sing, so I couldn't find any of Glenn singing, but I found Michael Fassbender singing a little something called I Love You from the movie Frank.
A movie I would like to see. But
I'm interested.
I saw this performed on the Colbert Report. It got me really interested in that movie.
Oh, okay.
Do you have time to have me sing a very short song for
Oh,
you?
yes.
Frank,
Of course.
You do?
Yes.
This is a tribute to my father, who taught me this song when I was a little boy, and I do it on stage at all of my shows, all the extra mile.
Sweet.
It's just to warm up the audience. It goes like this. It's called There's a Hole in the Bottom of the Sea. There's a hole in the bottom of the sea. There's a hole in the bottom of the sea. There's a hole. There's a hole. There's a hole in the bottom of the sea. There's a log and a hole in the bottom of the sea. There's a log and a hole in the bottom of the sea. There's a log. There's a hole. There's a hole in the bottom of the sea. There's a bump on the log and a hole in the bottom of the sea. There's a bump in the log and a hole in the bottom of the sea. There's a bump. There's a hole. There's a hole in the bottom of the sea. There's a frog on the bump and the log and a hole in the bottom of the sea. There's a frog on the bump and the log and a hole in the bottom of the sea. There's a frog. There's a hole. There's a hole in the bottom of the sea. There's a wart on the frog and the bump and the log and a hole in the bottom of the sea. There's a wart on the frog and the bump and the log and a hole in the bottom of the sea. There's a wart. There's a hole. There's a hole in the bottom of the sea. There's a hair on the wart and the frog and the bump and the log and a hole in the bottom of the sea. There's a hair on the wart and the frog and the bump and the log and a hole in the bottom of the sea. There's a hair. There's a hole. There's a hole in the bottom of the sea. There's a flea on the hair on the wart and the frog and the bump and the log and a hole in the bottom of the sea. There's a flea on the hair on the wart and the frog and the bump and the log and a hole in the bottom of the sea. There's a flea. There's a hole. There's a hole in the bottom of the sea. There are wings on the flea on the hair on the wart and the frog and the bump and the log and a hole in the bottom of the sea. There are wings on the flea on the hair on the wart and the frog and the bump and the log and a hole in the bottom of the sea. There are wings. There's a hole. There's a hole in the bottom of the sea. There's blood in the veins back of the wing, the flea and the hair on the wart and the frog and the bump and the log and a hole in the bottom of the sea. There's veins in the speckles on the wings on the flea on the hair on the wart and the frog and the bump and the log and a hole in the bottom of the sea. There are veins. There's a hole. There's a hole in the bottom of the sea. We're halfway done. And it goes on and on and on. So I'll cut to the last verse.
Oh, okay. Oh my God.
I'll
Okay.
cut right to the last verse. I'll sing it slow and then fast. Here's the last verse. There's a hole in the cavities, in the teeth, in the germs, in the corpuscles, in the blood, in the veins, in the speckles, in the wings, in the flea, in the hair, in the wart, and the frog, and the bump, and the log, and the hole in the bottom of the sea. Now fast. There's a hole in the cavities, in the teeth, germs, corpuscles, and blood, in the veins, speckles, the wing, the flea, and the hair, and the wart, and the frog, and the bump, and the log, and the hole in the bottom of the sea. There's a hole. There's a hole. There's a hole in the bottom of the sea. There it is.